Hello. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better, just basically by brute force. Um, Upping the physical activity is helping, if only because it's helping me sleep at night, which I think is what I need more than anything. But because of the physical activity, I've been reading papers on exercising with cirrhosis. And like every other kind of medical paper that you see on the internet, it's pretty hard to decipher unless you have a real understanding of who they're studying. A lot of times it's people with decompensated cirrhosis, which are, the people with all of the real symptoms that you think about. I'm compensated and I am relatively symptom free, except for, as I've said a million times, the itch, the fatigue, and sometimes different colors. Um, and we'll just leave it at that. If you know, you know. Um, and so there's mixed messages. Obviously someone who is decompensated isn't going to be able to they're they need to take in the calories, and they can't, they're a little too frail to exercise too much. But at my stage, where I seem to be relatively okay most of the time, it's probably a good idea for me to exercise every single day as much as I can, just to keep myself from getting to that point. Not saying that those people did anything wrong, of course they didn't. They just got sick. I didn't do anything wrong. Um, but so it appears that, like you would expect, exercising with compensated cirrhosis is a good idea. I still can't find any kind of answers, like real vigorous exercise, like real, like running and stuff. I would assume it would probably be okay, because I don't see portal hypertension being the same kind of thing as, like, the risk of having a heart attack. Like, nothing's going to break off and clog it. It's not like that. Um, you know, I don't, but the thing is, I don't know if, like, were I to lift a lot of things, if they would, like, cause varices to burst, because it would make sense that they would, because you're putting a lot of pressure just on the spot where those varices are. So I'm not allowed to lift the water bottles anymore, yeah, the 5 gallon bottles. Luckily, we have a water cooler that loads from the bottom, so we don't have to lift it up and turn it over, which is great. But I'm not allowed to do it anymore because we just don't know. And those are only like 50 pounds. So, and I think the reason they're not answering is because they can't, because they just don't know. There's no list anywhere of things that I shouldn't do. Basically, it's like, do not drink, which, great. I don't. I didn't. Never have. So I've got that one on lock. Get your protein. Okay, definitely doing that. Maybe not the 88 grams every day, but I'm making a good try. But getting back to the exercise, that is one thing that I do actually worry about, because I do have to take in like almost 3,000 calories a day, and I have to get 88 grams of protein. So if I exercise too much, am I basically canceling that out? Or are the benefits of exercise enough that those calories are basically, I'm taking them in so that I can exercise, so that I can retain my muscle? Like, is it a trade-off? That's one of the reasons I want to ask my hepatologist tomorrow about branched chain amino acids. Not only because there are studies that it's getting into, like, cirrhotic livers. They're saying that, I've been reading papers that have been saying that the future of liver treatment is for me, is ursodeoxycholic with branched chain amino acids. But, like, for cirrhosis, I've been reading that whatever their meds are is their med plus branched chain amino acids. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I've been reading a lot of it, and I think we're a ways away from that becoming something normal. But I do want to talk to her about it, because I have a feeling she's on the bleeding edge. And I'm not saying, like, I want to take them, but I want to understand it. But besides that, besides their utility for cirrhosis, it also helps retain muscle, which is something I really, really, really need to worry about. That's why I do my weights and my grip every night. It's only 5 pounds. And even my PCP is like, that's perfect. Just consistency. It's not about, like, my brother said it, low weight, high repetition, and that's what I need, and that's what I've been doing. You know, I'm not looking to tone, I'm just looking to, like, keep my muscle mass, so I do as much as I can in as many different positions, you know. Just doing things off camera, what an idiot. Anyway, so yeah. So, so I need to keep this up. My watch not only tracks my steps, but it also it tracks me on the exercise bike. And you know, 20 minutes yesterday. Gonna try to do 25 today. My ultimate goal is a half hour each time, maybe twice a day on the weekends. Especially when I don't feel like walking and being among people, because that happens a lot, and that does keep me from getting really good exercise. Just not wanting to be among people. So, I've had to tweak and deal with my exercise situation for a while. It has been sort of something I've been putting on the back burner. I've been doing minimal exercise and exercising when I can, and you know, but it hasn't been a focus yet, and I feel like that has needed addressing. And thankfully it was there, because I had hit a deep black hole of mourning, is all I can call it. I'm just mourning for my previous life. So I had that to concentrate on, to sort of pull myself out. It's like, okay, I can do this. This is something I can see results. I've got my watch numbers. Those things make sense to me. All right, so I'm still hurting inside, but I don't think that's going to change. I don't think I'm going to suddenly be like my normal self with a song in my heart all the time. I don't think it's possible under these circumstances. And that's okay. Of course, this is going to cause changes in my life. There's no way something so big wouldn't change something. Like, so it's okay to be a little sadder. It's okay to have hopeless feelings. It's okay not to always be optimistic. I can still use my superpowers, you know, my INTJ autistic superpowers. You know, in my darkest times are what I rely on. They are what I have learned to help me. They have what I have used to heal me my whole life. And they continue to work. They are not harmful or toxic. Learning and growing. I take pain, and that's what I turn it into. And that was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. I didn't use some massive willpower. It's just how it turned out to be. Watching TV and reading were quiet things that I could do, and nobody would bother me. It's just a coincidence that the byproduct of all that was a hunger for learning. Well, I think I'm going to get back to work. Food situation's good. Health, still good. My parents, I don't know. But like I said the other day or yesterday or whatever, at least my brother's on it. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully, I'll feel better tomorrow, even better than today. It'll be Friday, and that is my day for me to just do whatever, well, after work, to do whatever I want, stay up all night, whatever I want. It's all about me. And I love Friday night. It's my favorite night. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.